Hello everyone and welcome back to Coach Craig Sports. Today is Wednesday, so this is going to be the start-sit video for the Thursday night football game this week, which is between the Carolina Panthers and the Houston Texans. If you guys aren't familiar with me, my channel, I am a Houston Texans fan. Probably not going to be the best game for us now because Tyrod Taylor's not playing, so Davis Mills is going to be starting quarterback, and it's not going to be pretty. But with that being said, we're going to take a look at the line real quick and then go over some starts and sits for each team. So the Thursday night football line in general, the over-under for this game is 43 points. I think this game has a chance of hitting the under, which sounds pretty bad, but especially with it being 43 points. But I don't see the Texans putting up a lot of points. I don't think the Panthers are going to put up a whole ton of points either. So probably a low-scoring game in general. Carolina Panthers are 8-point favorites on the road, which is pretty telling at this point of what at least Vegas thinks of the Texans and this Panthers team. Kind of two teams going in opposite directions. The Panthers are 2-0 now. Texans are 1-1, but they did play pretty tough against Cleveland in the first half until Tyrod Taylor got hurt. So we'll see if they can kind of come out at home and rally. The implied point totals for these two teams, the Carolina Panthers 25.5, we'll just call it 26, and Houston Texans 17.5, we'll call it 17. Looking about 2 touchdowns for the Texans, maybe a field goal, 3 touchdowns or so, a couple of field goals for the Carolina Panthers. Like I said, not too exciting, not too high scoring contest at all, so we'll just have to see what happens, but we'll get moved over to the starts and sits for each team. So we'll start off with the Carolina Panthers first, since they are the visiting team. So I've seen some people try to say Sam Darnold's a streamable quarterback this week. I really don't think he is. He's had a couple decent weeks, but this Houston Texans defense not quite as bad as everybody wants to make it out to be. And the Panthers probably going to have a little bit more success running the ball than last week against the Saints. Christian McCaffrey is obviously a start every single week. He's pretty much the first player taken in almost every draft out there, so there's not too much to say there. DJ Moore is a guy you should be starting on a weekly basis at this point in time, and he's shown good chemistry with Sam Darnold, so there is no reason not to play DJ Moore at this point in time. Robbie Anderson, if you're looking for a boom-bust wide receiver 3, flex play type of guy, you can roll him out there. Probably not a guy that I'm trying to go after too highly myself. His targets just haven't been there this year. And then Terrace Marshall in the slot, unless you're playing in DFS, you're not going to be starting him. Panthers tight ends, not excited about any of these guys at this point in time. Ian Thomas is still leading the way in terms of snaps. Carolina Panthers defense is a streamable defense this week, going against a rookie quarterback in Davis Mills, a guy that's only had 11 career college starts even. So they are definitely a viable streaming defense, as much as it hurts my soul to say that because I am a Houston Texans fan. Zane Gonzalez, the kicker. I don't think many people are rostering him anyways. If you are, you can roll him out there. If you're not, you're not. Pretty simple right there, but that's pretty much it for the Panthers. We can move over to the Texans side. Quarterback, Tyrod Taylor's obviously not there anymore. Davis Mills is the starter. You do not want to start Davis Mills even in a 2-quarterback or a super flex league. It's just way too risky there. First career start. I just don't see a ton of upside with him. These running backs for the Texans, not really interested in starting them. Maybe with some of these injuries and stuff, you have to start one of them. I definitely understand that. Panthers did show pretty good on defense against Alvin Kamara in week 2, so we'll see how that goes for the run game for the Texans overall. Brandon Cooks, I think you can still start. He's still going to get his targets. It's important to note that Nico Collins is on IR now, and then Danny Amendola is going to be out for a couple weeks too, so it's pretty much Brandon Cooks' show. Not that it was any different before that, but there's even less competition for targets. Chris Conley is going to be the other starter on the opposite side. It sounds like Anthony Miller is going to be playing the slot this week, so hopefully his shoulder is all right and he can play. Otherwise, we're going to be seeing some Andre Roberts, and you don't want to see Andre Roberts play wide receiver. No disrespect to him. Pretty good return man, just not the best wide receiver in the world. Pharaoh Brown, he could be like a streamable tight end maybe in this matchup, especially since the Texans don't have anybody else to throw the ball to. You all know a lot, with Davis Mills being a young rookie quarterback, sometimes those guys like to target their tight ends. Pharaoh Brown could definitely be in play. Jordan Akins, I just can't ever start Jordan Akins. I think we've seen Pharaoh Brown kind of leapfrog him over the first 2 games. Towards the end of last year as well, Akins just doesn't get me excited. He this is probably going to be like the game where he goes off, just because I say this and all this stuff, because he only goes off when you least expect it. Texans defense, probably not a defense you want to play this week. Let's just put it that way. I don't think it's the worst matchup in the world, but it's definitely not the best either. There's probably 12 other defenses you can play ahead of them. So if you already have one of those, or if you can get one of those off waivers, definitely play one of those ahead of the Texans defense. Joey Sly, the kicker, this is a little bit of a revenge game since he was the Panthers kicker before. So hopefully he nails a couple field goals for the Texans this week in this Thursday night football matchup. But, that's a quick little rundown on this slate overall. Not too much that we really had to say here. Mainly, you're looking at Christian McCaffrey starting him, starting DJ Moore, maybe starting Robbie Anderson, starting Brandon Cooks. Maybe you throw a dart throw at Pharaoh Brown if you need a streamable tight end this week. That's pretty much it for this matchup. Panthers defense also in play, obviously. There's really not too much else to talk about. Usually these starts and sits for the Thursday night football matchups are pretty, they're relatively short in general anyways. But with that being said, if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Definitely would appreciate it. It really helps to build the community that we're trying to build here at Coach Craig Sports, and that's truly one for you, the viewers, helping you with your fantasy football teams, helping you with DFS, whether it's NFL or NBA, talking all the different football news as the time allows, talking some 2022 NFL draft prospects as we get closer to the 2022 NFL draft. But with that being said, if you are new or current subscribers yet to do so, also hit that notification bell down below. It's going to let you know every single time I post up a new video. But with that being said, that's all I have for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed. And then last but not least, a special little shout out to each and every one of you watching today's video. I truly do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Definitely means a lot to me, and I hope each and every one of you has a great rest of your day.